JEM is my name, no one else is the same. JEM is my name. JEM.
Okay, first things first, I love Kimber's jammies. They are amazing. And they've even got the trapdoor for the butt in the back. How awesome is that? Those are amazing PJs, Kimber. Anyway, the second thing I want to point out is this episode, the animators appear to be experimenting a little bit more with detail in the faces when there are close-ups, especially during the music video segments. Not always completely successful, but it's nice to see them trying new things. Interestingly, they gave Pizzazz a much rounder face than she's had in the past. She's always had a longer, thinner, angular face. She has a pretty round face in a lot of scenes in this episode. Not only have they put a little bit more detail in the faces on the close-ups, but this episode especially, they really seem to be trying to put a lot more care and attention to detail in the dancing and choreography. It's still not really lining up with the beats of the music, but it is a lot more creative in its choreography, and it is flowing a lot better in a lot of the sequences. Most of the sequences are very, very short, maybe 2 seconds at most. But again, with some of the goofy-looking dancing we've seen in the past, I really appreciate the attempt here. It's looking good. People, keep it up. Animators who did this over 30 years ago and aren't working on the show anymore. So in this episode, I don't believe this has been mentioned before. If it was, I forgot. But Shayna is the band's designer. She designs the outfits that they wear. And she is mentoring Ashley on how to design clothes. So JEM and the Misfits both are invited to this fashion show in Venice, along with bands from other countries. There's a band from Japan and one from Australia and a couple other places. Real cool designs for some of these bands. And the Misfits and the Holograms are both invited from America to participate in this fashion show. Now, the Misfits, of course, have their own professional designer, but Shayna is an amateur. And the Misfits, being completely immature jerks, think, how can we sabotage this? So they call up the Holograms and, hello, is Shayna... Well, Shayna answers the phone, but they talk to Shayna and put on the pressure so that she can't perform because, amateur jitters and stuff. And I just have to imagine that the Misfits routinely call the Holograms and prank call them all the time. Like, they probably call several times a week. Is your refrigerator running? So Shayna designs some stuff, puts her designs in a design carrying case, and puts it out by the trunk with all the other clothes and accessories and stuff. And somebody switches the designs, but you don't see who. Mysterious. So, they're on the plane, they're flying to Venice. JEM goes to the bathroom, and while she's in there, Synergy glitches out, and she goes back to, the hologram glitches out, and she's in Jerica form. And she's like, what's going on? And Synergy says, it's a satellite interference. Oh no! Jerica's supposed to be in New York! But does anybody on the plane know that? Rio isn't there, so who cares? There's some guy banging on the door. Hey, anybody in there? And so, finally, when the plane starts its descent into Venice, the hologram reappears and she exits the bathroom. I guess she was in there for the entire flight. There's probably some poor guy going, oh my god, please, get out of the bathroom. So, they get to Venice, and Zipper, Eric Bad Guy's goon, is there, and they're in a gondola with their luggage and the switched design thing, design carrying case. And Zipper steals the design case and does this amazing one-armed pole vault out of the gondola to the next gondola, and he's just leapfrogging from gondola to gondola. He is so amazingly athletic, even Spider-Man would look at him and go, damn! So, I don't think I've been giving Zipper enough credit for his athletic prowess. Just, wow. So, he meets up on the Misfits speedboat, and they knock Shayna in the drink, and so they lose their luggage, and they stole the designs, but what they don't realize is those aren't the real designs. So now no one has designs. So they get back to they get to their hotel. And the trunk is recovered. And inside is Ashley, who didn't drown somehow. It seems to be none the worse for wear. She seems fine. So she switched the designs with her own. She's like, hey, did you like my designs? You're like, what? I switched them. Did you like my designs? They're like, where's my design? Oh, they're in the trunk with me. Well, this worked out well. And they're like saying, and they say, Ashley, I'm sorry, your designs were stolen. She's like, I knew they were good. That's a half glass full there, Ashley. Good on you. So, the Misfits have crap designs, but Zipper ends up stealing the... Shayna makes the clothes off of her designs. And Zipper just comes in through a skylight and just climbs up this rope because he just has amazing upper body strength. And he steals the outfits, and he takes them back to the Misfits, and they're like, dye them black. And the holograms are there, and they steal them back, and they run, there's a chase, and the outfits end up getting ripped in half, and the Misfits all fall in the water, and Shayna or Aja or Kimber, someone yells at them, they're like, are you happy now? Now nobody has outfits for this thing. And the Misfits are like, speak for yourself. We've got outfits. It was just yours that got torn in half. It's like, oh yeah. So JEM points out that, well, I mean, we've got synergy. She can just, your designs are in her memory, so she can just project your outfits on us. So it's all good. We just need to get to the venue. But none of them have any money on them, and the gondola dude won't take them. So they end up doing a little impromptu performance so people will, put change in dollar bills in the hat or whatever the currency in Venice is. And he's like, oh, that's great. You guys earned so much money, and I tell you, I will use this money to cover your fare and take you to your venue, and you know what? The tip's on me. I think this guy would get along with the Misfits, just kind of shameless. So they get to the venue, and they're backstage, and I guess the Misfits are still wearing Shayna's designs, just dyed black, because they hired an army of seamstresses. They were happy to use stolen outfits, but they had seamstresses, so they just made the same outfits anyway, so I guess it was no big deal for them. But the JEM the Holograms are backstage. They've got their new designs, which Synergy is projecting on them, but suddenly it glitches, and they're all standing there in their underwear, still backstage with the curtain drawn. And Synergy's like, sorry, atmosphere or satellite interference. And it's like, well, we knew that would come back, but I figured it would be like an altitude thing, not just a random thing that happens. And so I thought, are we going to do a thing where they go out in their underwear and it's amazing underwear? No, it fixes itself and they go out in their designs and Shayna wins. Or the holograms win and Shayna gets the credit on the whatever the thing is for. So, a fun episode. Again, this show is too much fun. If you can, it's expensive to buy the DVD set, and I don't think it's currently streaming on Netflix. Not as I record this, but if you find it on a streaming service somewhere, or you know somebody with it, I think you should watch it, because I am a miserable, unhappy person. But even I just sit here with a big ass smile on my face watching this show. So, if you're unhappy, maybe JEM and the Holograms will, like me, make you happy too.
Would you teach me to draw clothes and models and stuff?
Ashley, I can try, if you're willing to work at it. Draw a stick figure, then use colored markers